Welcome to NAIJA Watch Media. We are bringing you the best NFL coverage straight from the source. Stay tuned for exclusive updates.
All right, guys. My people, how are you guys doing today? This is day 2 of the protest, which is going to be starting shortly. But on this particular one, at Very Dark Man, as you all know, that the response from Very Dark Man was not very pleasing. And concerned Nigerians have reacted that how Very Dark Man reacted to this protest that's currently going on right now in Abuja is disappointing. And this reaction is what I brought to you right now. But meanwhile, Very Dark Man responded to the criticism, of what happened, at the protest. How he said they were gossiping about him rather than they focusing on the protest. He accused Mama P and many others. And then we have our brother, Mr. Common Sense, who responded to Very Dark Man, and brother Mike, who also responded to Very Dark Man. I want you guys to take these combined videos together and let's take it from here. This is NAIJA Watch Media. Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's continue to talk about the things that's affecting you.
Mama P, did ask question. They say whether you know Very Dark Man.
Can you imagine? Now when you say where Very Dark Man, I say why they ask you, sir? You don't vote for Wisconsin. They ask you where become rich. They ask you, do you know Very Dark Man? In protest class, they're supposed to pass you out.
And they tell you,
I don't know why. I never say have a protest. I don't recommend.
Alright, so first of all, I don't know how they started making this protest about me. If you watch the video I made earlier, I respected all of them. I even said a lot of nice things about them and the efforts they are putting. I even said Obi, Atiku, and Kwankwaso and the rest people should come out so that we, the youth, can support them. But surprisingly, when I came online, I saw this video. I've been seeing different videos insulting me, throwing stuff at me, rattle this, rattle that, rattle this, rattle that, So it's quite a shame that something that I've not even started and I don't turn out to another thing. That's number one. Number two, this same person you are dragging that he did not come out. If he comes out now, you say he's trying to make it about himself or he's trying to chase clout and all that. And at the same time, you people insult these rattles every day, you insult them, but when it comes to important things, you want them to come outside. You want them to come outside. And you feel like, okay, yes, this is the time we need them. Then you are not happy that they are not outside. Now you're talking about, say, oh, now only cleaning rattle they do. Have you ever come out to clean? At least we have unity in doing something positive. We are not only cleaning. Last month, this last Saturday that passed, last month rather, now public school, we go repair their chairs, we darken their blackboards, we did a lot in different states. That's a big deal to us, right? That's a big deal to us. So I don't know why the insult is coming and all these things, but no, Sabi. As for me, myself, and I'm not gonna come out now. Even if I won't come out before, I know they come again. Me, I want to see the worst. You cannot emotionally blackmail me to come out. If I want to come out, I'm going to come out when I see Atiku, Peter Obi, Kwankwaso, and everybody to come outside and tell them that they should restructure the electoral whatever thing. You understand? Yes. If people came out, I've seen like different news that carried the whole protest. All you people were doing was insulting. Apabio, you are a fool, you are a goat. Apabio this, Apabio that. None of you even took out time to explain why we need electoral reform. Nobody. I've not seen anybody explaining why. Nobody is explaining why. You think it's by insult and by blah, 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 blah. No structure, nothing. At least we are well structured. We don't want to go and clean. We are well organized. We are well organized, well structured, But anyways, good luck to you guys. I remember Black Panther. When everybody say they won't fight Black Panther, when Umbaku comes out and say the Jabari tribe will not be fighting today or will not be challenging today. The rattles are not coming out. We are very, very sorry. We don't have that time to waste. When we see the light, when we see that it is certain, will come out. But for now, we are not going to come out. Ratels, we are inside. Look at that group go. For now, we have our own, we big. We get our own terms and conditions. We no go sit, they no go sit down for their houses. Make we come they run like Jackie for them. If we want to do revolution, we'll do revolution. But electoral reform, make them put their leg inside. We then go start down. Now that one ain't work for me. See the way Tinubu do in 2015, where they go carry a debo and pack everybody. Now them lead the youth. Until then, the Ratel tribes will not be protesting today. Please don't love, don't play. If you play God, learn, I will learn the other way. Don't play.
What about electoral reform? That one no concern you. Of course, electoral reform concern me. But I can't waste my time and energy to go there because it is dead on arrival. The people that are pushing it now, they are trying. But they are not supposed to be the ones to push it. They are supposed to support the right people to push it. Who are the right people? The people that are directly involved in the election. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the people that Nigerians are expecting to take power. The people that Nigerians believe that, oh, if this person come into office, this person will make Nigeria better. On social media, they are screaming Peter Obi, Atiku. They will prefer Peter Obi, Atiku, or any other name other than Tinubu that is currently the president. So who do you think is supposed to be at the forefront talking about electoral reform? Peter Obi, Atiku, Kwankwaso, or Erufai. These are the people that are supposed to be standing there. Not some youths. The youth are supposed to support them from the back. The youth are supposed to rally around them. Not the other way around. But you have some youths going there to say, oh, electoral reform, electoral. You can't do nothing. There are some tricks in the election. Peter Obi have been voted for before. Atiku have been voted for before. They have campaigned before. They've contested before. They know some tricks that a lot of these people that are standing there don't even know.
Ordinarily, I would not have bothered getting into this conversation if not for comments I saw. Maybe because of sycophancy or generally ignorance. And when any of this is at play, then education becomes important. And again, this means no disrespect to anybody, but I'm just here offering my voice as someone who is also privileged to being a gatekeeper in these conversations like this. Right? I agree with Very Dark Man, the rest of your sentiment. There are politicians that want to change the course of our country, must also be in the forefront of conversations like this. However, it must be noted that reforms like this are people-led. Again, reforms like these are people-led and not political parties or political influencers-led. If you ever give away the opportunity to create pressure, create urgency, or create conversations around important reforms like this, you will let it slide into the hands of politicians and they will make merchandise of it. Because don't forget, if you have had a copy of the Electoral Amendment Bill, you will see that it is not just about mandatory or a real-time transmission of result that is there. There is also a 10-year J term being proposed for vote buyers. And you cannot allow political parties or politicians to champion conversations like that. Because they are also, as it were, there are also people that are guilty of this particular crime. No political parties in Nigeria can stay away from the conversation of whether they use money to buy votes or not. Or is it the electoral process, the monetization of the electoral process itself, where political parties peg the amount for certain offices for millions of naira? How can you sell your form of governorship for 100 million? How do I or you buy that form? So it means that it must be people initiated. It must be people-led. Politicians, yes, because of policies and all of that, opposition parties around the world, especially those in the parliament, cannot execute it or institutionalize all of this reform, but it must be people-led. I find it really ridiculous. Or I look at you as someone that is not knowledgeable. If you have conversations about, oh, Peter B did not, oh, this one did not. We want them to show up. We want them to show solidarity to this project. But again, it must be people-led. Don't forget that these people are also elite. They are elitists. I said everywhere. No matter what happens to this country, no matter who becomes in charge of this country, some of these people can never suffer again. Even their generations may not. So it is us. And I can give you several examples of reforms like this that were people-led. The Arab Springs of the 2010, first in Tunisia, later in Egypt, were people-led, not opposition parties. The Me Too movement in 2017 in the US, where public conversation started about sexual harassment and all of that, basically abuse. People-led. The reform achieved that people will now begin to speak up about what is happening, about politicians, and private issues that got out. And that's why we are seeing a lot of people being sent to jail for all of this. People-led. The very popular Black Lives Matters, you remember, in 2014 downward. People-led. It was the opposition parties that led it. People led. Until today, the US, it brought US police reforms. It brought in several reforms around the world. People now, cameras, body cams are now being worn. All of these are people led. And I can give you several examples. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, we do no longer read. We don't have access to public information. All of us are just running with native intelligence as we know and read. And it is not helping the conversation. Because conversations like this would make people feel like there are people that are supposed to champion it. And the dangers are that if politicians, whether or not they're in the ruling party or in the opposition party, if they begin to champion conversation like this, they will do it to their own advantage. We must understand that the people must decide what happens. All of this, if there are not machineries that is needed to propagate this, for example, let me give you an instance. Peter Randy has been running around for all of this. And he knows, of course, that who benefits from whatever current situation of our electoral laws, it is the ruling party. They are the latest or most recent beneficiaries. So he can do all of this championing, all of this conversation, they move around, and then the opposition parliamentarians or the opposition parties cannot take it off from there. But the people must make the protest. The people must initiate the change. The people must make an urgency of this particular idea. Policy implementation, institutionalization, execution can become the next level. So, of course, it is a marriage or a romance of both the civil society, the people, or the opposition parties. But the people must engineer this change. If you want to read up more example, go and read the anti-corruption protest of India in 2011, or even the Chile constitutional protest or reform movement of 2019. I think it lasted till about 2022. Again, our education is quite backward, and we don't have access to a lot of these, and I understand. However, don't confuse it, so that you don't kill the joy of people who want this to happen. The beneficiaries of a free, fair, and credible elections are not politicians. They are the people. The people's right to be able to choose who governs them. And if you understand what democracy is, that is the bane. That is the basis. And if you now know what quality governance is, it is that process. So you see, who benefits it on the long run is the people. Or else, if you allow the politicians to champion it, they will do it to their advantage. They get to power and they begin to mess up. We are the one is... No, Alasha, it's okay.
Very dark man, you are a disappointment to Nigeria. Believe me or not, you be wicked man. Now bad person you be. You just want to be saying, now then you want, you just dey on top. Just like the way Tinubu just dey right now. Make all the Nigeria they worship you. And now, just one man movement. Why be saying, anytime we be say they want protest for this country, they won't do anything for this country. You now with your crowd when you get, what the park got to do everything. For you to organize the say when they come outside to go protest, say Nigeria they suffer. You dey very busy in the drag billboard. You dey very busy dragging businessman who never sent you. They protest today for Abuja. You live in Abuja. Because of say the thing, say other activists is doing it. Other people are there. You find way to escape yourself from inside. Believe me or not, VDM no mean way for Nigeria. It's just there doing business, using you guys for business. Which other thing again they more important say the youth today they protest for the betterment of this country. Even Peter Obi is there. You with the massive huge people when they follow you, every time you say you are the biggest, you are God in Nigeria, but see it, You know if you use your biggest fame, anything at all, to draw awareness. You are just there doing billboard, try to destroy Nigeria, say, no concern, you no go work. The last time when you do protest about this man, that time, the same thing again, you come again with different story. You will always try to defend yourself because of say no put you for there as a leader. Which they say that VDM, be the leader for that place. You forgo that place. You are a disappointment. So, it's your content creative between billboard and this one. So, you are just doing it to favor your families, favor yourself, make money for yourself. That is all. So, it takes only a wise being to understand you. You must be wise to understand VDM. As I just said like this now, big man like me, successful man like me, he live life on his own, family man with prick. We're going to take advice from you about Nigeria. Peter Obi, we love you so much. We try, you understand? You take your time, and again to all the good Nigerians that live in Abuja, we fall out. God will bless you now, una try, you understand? When our energy no waste, by the grace of God, God will give us good leadership in Nigeria. And again, anybody right now supporting APC, be you anybody at all, we say you put APC for say APC government is doing well because say they benefit, they favor you for his side. Now God will punish you, your generation, you know, go die where accident will buy you. Because Nigeria they clear right now for this country. People are suffering. But it's true, Lord, imagine we are living in a country where we say even hospital to take care of their self, all those senator, minister, governors, they no fit do them. Any mosquito bite now abroad. Can't you be the snake, they bad people, go bad person, no drugs, nothing be fake. Then you go say APC is doing well. We must change government.